Here's my general takeaway for tomorrow. Now, Ding has had some great results in rapid chess. We're just going to talk about this before we dive into everything else. So sorry if I'm not playing chess, but I would say this in general terms, based on the way Ding played today, I believe that Ding thinks he's an underdog. Playing knight g5 and h4 to me was very reminiscent of when Veselin Topalov played Vishy Anand in the World Championship. I think in 2000 and I know it was 2012, 10, whenever it was, but very clear to me that the way Ding played was he has the white piece final game, thinks he's an underdog, wants to go all in. That was my read of the whole knight g5 h4 idea, was that it was very wild. It's not something that I would expect if Ding feels good about the tiebreaker. So that's first things first. Second thing is, obviously I was watching the broadcast with Fabiano, and Fabiano actually seems surprised that I think that Nepo is the favorite, or why would I think that Ding thinks he's an underdog. But to me it's very clear. I'll talk about the subs and everything in a second. I didn't miss them. But it's very clear to me that in general terms Ding has not had much experience. Now we know that Ding has the second highest rapid rating in the world, but he's been very inactive. He's played almost no rapid events in the last 4 years. I frankly, I'm hard pressed to think of an event that he played over the board in rapid since he won that fateful tiebreaker against Magnus Carlsen in the St. Louis or not St. Louis, sorry, the Sinkfield Cup. I think it was in like 2018 or 2019. So he has not played rapid chess over the board. Very minimal chess champion tour events online. Has not played the Grand Chess Tour. Nepo, of course, has been very active. He's played the Chess Champions Tour. He's played the Grand Chess Tour. He played the World Rapid and Blitz and everything else. So I think just due to the inactivity alone, you can't just look solely at the ratings when you say like Ding is number 2 and he's the favorite. I think that for sure Nepo, in my opinion, is a clear favorite because of the inactivity, the more experience, but also because frankly when we look at the opening choices in these games, it's very clear that Nepo has had better preparation throughout. And if you get surprised at the opening in classical chess, it's a lot easier to overcome that. You can use your time, figure it out. But Ding in general is gonna have to make decisions quicker if he's out prepared, which I think he will be in the rapid as well, and that's going to lead to difficult situations because the biggest issue Ding has had in the match outside of preparation is that when he's gotten low on time, he has cracked in multiple games. He's cracked when he's had like 5 minutes left on the clock. He's frozen up and everything else. So I do think that in terms of tomorrow, I would give Nepo the edge. I don't think it's a huge edge. I think it's probably 60-40 ish. I don't think it's 65-35. I think it's probably 60-40 in favor of Nepo, but again, we will see what happens tomorrow, obviously, and I will be covering, as I said before, here on our Twitch channel. So I will be doing that. But you hadn't played classical for a while and you did very well. I think classical is significantly different than rapid and blitz, in that if you get surprised, you have time to think, you have time to work it all out. That I think is quite different.